fadeaway. Money.
There he goes. It's going to be a drop-off violation.
Puts it up on the buzzer. Gets it to go.
Kazoglu. Whoa.
Swallow doubles up.
Pockets are wide open. It's good. It's good.
And that's...
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban Coffee Culture from just $1.
Express yourself.
At Coles Express.
Fasten up your seatbelts, do a double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up, step it up again. Yeah, yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up.
Take it to the next level.
Step it up again.
Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Elevate your adventure.
Suffer from muscle or mild joint pain? Try Kanzia Pain Relief Cream from Zia, an anti-inflammatory cream providing temporary pain relief using natural active ingredients. Experience the Zia difference at zia.com.au.
Fixed car and truck rental has arrived in Australia. With small cars, big cars, utes, vans, cars as big as trucks. Because they are trucks. Welcome to Above and Beyonding.
Ballarat Basketball and NBL 1 South wish to acknowledge the Wadawurrung people, the traditional owners of the land on which this match will be played. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome back to Selkirk Stadium here in Ballarat, the Brick House, for the second leg of tonight's NBL 1 South double header on a Friday night. We have the Ringwood Hawks coming up the Western Highway to visit the Ballarat Miners. My name's Jared Prosser. As always, I'm here with Mark Farrell. Faz, we mentioned at the start of the women's game that whilst Ringwood were a big favourite and ended up winning by 19 points, that it was a bit of a danger game. And early stages, you know, when Ballarat came out and led at quarter and half time, it did really look that way. This is almost the mirror image. Ballarat are the better side here. They're sitting just outside the 8. Now they've got their roster back together. They are a side that is looking to push into finals. Ringwood towards the bottom end of the ladder. But ultimately, this one could be a bit of a danger for the Miners as well.
Yeah, I get that. I can't see Ballarat losing this one. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm predicting a Ballarat win, but they have an uncanny knack of keeping teams in games for a really long period of time, and that could bite them in the backside.
Well, these are two teams, I love the phrase styles makes fights. These are two teams that actually play really similar basketball.
Yep.
And especially with the lineup that Ringwood have today, which we'll get to in a moment. Both of these teams love to let the deep ball fly. Both of them play defense only periodically. But you know, it's a veteran side. It's a Ringwood side that's in transition. A lot of the veterans from 4 or 5 years ago aren't with the team anymore. They've still got a few, but two of those in Adrian Sturt and Matt Fennell, 37 and 35 between them, aren't here tonight, which will make this Ringwood side a lot quicker and I think match up with Ballarat a little bit more speed-wise. And when you throw in the fact that the three-point ball has a high variance, that's where I think this is a danger game. This could be one where Ballarat blow this out by 35. If they're hitting shots and Ringwood aren't. But if it goes the other way, Ringwood are a chance. For mine.
Yeah, I'm expecting there to be more 3s and 2s put up tonight, but
absolutely.
We'll see how this plays out.
So we're underway here. Ballarat starting with their regular 5 of Max Cody, Jack Davidson, Adam Thosby, Tyler Rudolph and Nick Kazoglu. It's Pozzoglu with the ball now for Fosby. Straight away hits the 3. There we go. And for Ringwood, it's Kyle Daggett, a knock, Luke Shelley, Matt, Matt Roberts, and Jonathan Lawton wearing number 3. Here is Lawton with that, frankly, brilliant shock of hair.
Yeah, that's a thing of beauty.
Here's Daggett, he'll launch. Can't hit. Fosby with the board. So already we talked about more 3s than 2s. We've had 3s at either end.
Yeah, it looks like this is just going to be won and lost outside the 3-point line.
It will be bombs away in this game.
Yeah.
These two sides love to launch the tray. He's the chief amongst them in Jack Davidson. Has to kick to Pozzoglu. Long 3 over Daggett. It's down as well. Now, for a guy who could not hit water if he fell out of a boat from 3 last season, Nick Pozzoglu shooting close to 40% from deep.
He's shooting a really good clip this season, isn't he?
Here's Daggett. The Daggett-Rudolph matchup will be intriguing. Two very similar players. And look, drives well, can't finish under pressure from Pozzoglu. Ballarat's 6-point lead, looking to extend.
Nice move. He created that separation with the right shoulder, but just couldn't finish.
Oh, Max Cody gets every possible roll on that shot. And it's the Miners 8-zip early.
There's a wry smile from Max Cody then as he came back down the court. Any way you can get him to go.
Oh, Shelley can't hit. That's a gimme for a player of his quality.
Yeah, he expected him just to finish that and toddle off down the other end to play D, but it's caught back on.
Ballarat a strong start. Slightly less than 2 minutes played, and Ballarat off to an 8-0 lead.
We saw a strong start in the women's game too, Jared. And things took an awful turn for the worse for Ballarat, but
Cody catch and shoot 3. That's down as well.
Wow.
Miners 3 for 3 from deep. I'll tell you what, we did say this would be a 3-point shootout, but I didn't think they'd demonstrate that quite so quickly.
Yeah, I thought they might have eased their way into the game with maybe a couple of layups, but no, it's a 3-point fest here tonight. Max Cody drilling 3s. That's a bit of an anomaly, to be fair.
Shoot a lot of them. That's a tough shot from Jonathan Lawton. He does love to pull up in the mid-range, but take 1 or 2 dribbles and rise, but that was a lot of pressure on him on that one.
It's not a great offense, is it, really? Like, you know, just trying to break your man down and pull up for a contested jump shot.
Yeah, I mean, great if you can make it, but you know, they're not high percentage shots for a reason.
Yeah.
Here's Pozzoglu, good D from Daggett, read it well. Let's swing that ball out of necessity. Fosby drives past Shelley. Cody, he's going to have to shoot.
Oh dear.
2 on the clock.
Oh
he
dear.
has time to kick it back to Fosby. Oh, Pozzoglu! Out of nowhere, Nick Pozzoglu. My goodness. Not the first time we've said out of nowhere Nick Pozzoglu, but
my goodness.
Just
gracious.
Skied. Just came from the clouds on that one.
He popped up out of nowhere. You got to get a body on Nick Pozzoglu off the offensive glass. And that just sat up perfectly, didn't it?
Perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
Sensational one-hand tip jam to push this lead out to 13. Ballarat minus 13 Ringwood, yet to trouble the scorers in this one.
Yikes. Look, if you're a Ringwood fan out there, don't turn the TV off just yet. There's plenty of time left in this game. Ballarat have just shot the lights out at the start of this game. And Ringwood have just been caught napping. They got a couple of good looks. As Shelley got his feet in the paint. Should have probably finished off 2 there. Anook had a really good look at another layup that just rimmed out as well. So, you know, they're not playing that bad. It's just Ballarat are playing exceptional in the first 3 minutes here.
Well, when you're shooting 3 for 3 from deep, and 2 of those at least were heavily contested.
Yep.
There's not too much you can do. You can play good D, but sometimes good offense wins.
Yeah, exactly right. So, yeah, and it doesn't hurt when Nick Pozzoglu is just flushing them from all over the place on the putback, so that helps.
When he's not hitting 28-foot threes.
Well, exactly. I mean, he's, I think you've called him it before, he's a Swiss Army knife of the Miners lineup.
Ooh, little fumble there from Roberts. Eventually rises up. That is, in and out. And Matt Roberts, he's an exceptional shooter.
Yeah, it wasn't a great look, was it? Like, it was under pressure, late in the shot clock.
Ty Rudolph, Ballarat do miss a three. Oh, Pizzoglu was held then.
Certainly was.
And Nook says, well, I got hit in the head, but it's because he was holding down Nick Pizzoglu by the singlet.
Well, I think you learnt from last time, so at least he had a body on him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up tip jams twice in 2 minutes.
No.
Not to the same bloke, anyway.
Well, the Ballarat fans don't mind it.
Oh, Thosby, absolutely wide open misses. Pizzoglu gets the long rebound. Cody drives. Yeah, I think Daggett got the ball, but Anook definitely got the arm.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 fouls in the space of 10 seconds.
Yeah, and he's instantly coming out, and veteran club skipper Sean Clark, over 300 games for the Hawks, checks in. Big slab of a man, Sean Clark, 6'8" and huge through the chest.
He's
tough to move.
Not exactly svelte, is he?
And we don't say that in a bad way.
No,
he's
God,
a
no.
tank.
Yeah. He's built like the proverbial brick outhouse.
He's sort of the last vestige of that generation of Ringwood Hawks.
Yep.
Adrian Sturt, Matt Fennell, Matt Snow. Nathan Truman was another one. There's a whole bunch of them that all played together for the Hawks for a good probably 10 years. That group of 5 or 6 players were together. All under the tutelage of Ken Harrington, who's retired. Good defense again. Lawton misses. Pizzoglu cleans up.
Might just want to go down a quarter time and check that ring down that end, Jared. I think there's some glad wrap on that.
Yeah, something's...
They can't get anything to drop, can they?
Oh,
goodness.
Thosby pulled up early, and to be honest, I think Davidson passed that to the right spot.
Well, Davidson passed it to where he thought Thosby
was...
Oh,
no! Oh, my. That was almost a catastrophe for Matt Roberts. Telling the offense what to run. Forgot the ball was coming to him. Oh, man. You said it before, Faz, but cue up Yakety Sacks. From both sides there.
Yeah, Ringwood are in all sorts here at the moment. My goodness.
17 zippers. Thosby lays it in off the break. Harrison Seeley about to check in for Ringwood, and he's a young player. He's only 19, but very, very good at breaking people down off the bounce. He's one that might be able to provide a bit of offense. There's the catch and shot. Matt Roberts, that's his game.
Desperately needed 3.
Brilliant shooter off the catch, Matthew Roberts. 17-3. Cody just dictating play. Rudolph.
Nice.
Oh, goes hard to the... He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Tried to tiptoe. Ends up trampling a tulip.
That was a nice move.
It was.
Unfortunately, just pop the toe on the line.
So Seeley checks in for Luke Shelley. Max Cody steps out.
This kid can hoop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw him play Youth League last year. And, the kid can play.
Moves on top of his moves on top of his moves, Harrison Seeley. A little fading hook from Rudolph doesn't go. Lawton the other way. Good hedge and recovery from Brooks on defense. Again, tough shot. Really difficult shot.
Yeah.
Dance, and launch a contested long 2.
And for the other 4 guys on the Ringwood team, just standing around, cutting, setting screens, trying to get open. At the end of the day, all you're doing is watching one guy dribble around and then shoot a contested jump shot.
So Pizzoglu can't hit the 3. It's still a 14-point lead. 17-3. Just beneath 4 minutes to play in the first. Gordon, good offense. Really good offense. Daggett.
Yep.
Wide open for 3.
Yeah, that was a smooth-looking offense, wasn't it, Jared? He called it.
Just that extra pass from Matt Roberts caught Ballarat napping. So 17-6. 23 points scored between both teams. 15 of them from beyond the arc. Welcome to modern basketball.
I'm not going to get grumpy about that. Mossy putting in some work and
Brooks
down low.
stays with it. Did well.
That
Matt Roberts pulled the chair really well then. Just
Absolutely.
threw Amos Brooks off a little bit, but he stayed with it well.
Yeah, Mossy was ready for some heavy contact, was going to back Roberts down, and Roberts just stepped away and threw him off balance a little bit. Fortunately, he got his feet back under him. Otherwise, that could have made a mess. And draws a foul.
So Brooks to the line. Can't hit the first. Shooting just a tick under 65%.
Yeah, he'll definitely make this one, Mossy.
Hashtag Fazker strikes again.
Yikes.
The force is strong.
I might owe him a cup of coffee after that one. Sorry, Mossy.
Here's Lawton. Roberts again can't hit. Rudolph cleans up on the glass.
Even when Roberts misses, it's a smooth-looking stroke, isn't it?
Oh, Zach Dunmore probably should have gone the right hand there, to be honest, but it was a nice move. Couldn't finish. Sealy, just too quick.
Love that. Love that.
He is electric off the bounce.
Yeah, he's lightning fast, and he does his best work when he gets 2 feet in the paint. He has an uncanny knack of being able to get the basket and not get blocked. Because he's not huge either.
No, he's like, he'd be 6'1" on a good day.
Yeah, if he's got his runners on.
17-8. So, from 17 zip, Ringwood have done well. They've scored the last 8, cut this lead back to single digits. Thosby, catch, shoot. That's no good. Brooks can't corral that board. It's Jack Barry the other way and goes all the way. Jack Barry for 2.
Very nice.
Great work pushing the pace from the young man. Caught the Miners' defense napping, and it's a 10-point run for Ringwood.
All that is just effort, that. I mean, that's just pushing the tempo, pushing the ball up the floor, and just taking what the defense gives you, which was a wide-open driving lane. So, excellent work by Jack Barry. And makes a free throw, cuts it to 6. Not a lot's changed in this game. From 17-0 to now 17-11, there hasn't been a lot change. Ballarat have missed a couple of shots, Ringwood have made a couple of shots, and that's the difference.
To coin a phrase, make or miss league, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rudolph can't hit that one. Sealy does well to box out. Zach Dunmore. Can't hit the 3. It's probably the one gap in Sealy's game at the moment is the outside shot.
Just about to say that. I'd much rather him put the ball on the floor and get into the into the paint. And that'll come, with time.
There we go. Sealy, good hands. Thosby was wide open in the corner otherwise. Oh, gets up. Kyle Daggett, I thought Pazoglu was going to go with him then, ends up giving it up, and wise business decision from Pazoglu. Daggett with the left-hand throwdown.
Yeah, he threw that down with the left. He's right-handed, isn't he?
He is.
What's up with that? A little bit ambidextrous.
These guys with 2 hands are better than ours. Thosby, the lefty goes right. On cue.
Wow, look. I don't know. What are these people doing using both hands? My left hand's just for decoration.
Witchcraft, I tell you. Witchcraft. Good layup by Clark.
Sean Clark showing the left hand. What's going on here?
All these professional players using both sides of their body.
It's crazy.
It won't catch on, surely.
Nah, God, no. Back in my day.
Dunmore, Thosby, 4-point game under a minute to play in the first. Thosby gets back to that trusty left.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
oh, no.
Past Rudolph. Daggett's got another one. Dunmore tries to go with him. Daggett just gets up over the rim for the 2-hand jam. And a 17-2 run by Ringwood to match that 17-0 run from Ballarat to begin the game.
Wow, hey.
Tides have indeed turned.
Flipped on their head. It's like the poles have changed.
Shot clock. Oh, wow. Pazoglu blocked there. Was that by Sealy? It was.
This kid does everything. Like, I am a big fan of Sealy.
No, likewise. I think he's got a big future.
Yep.
So, shot clock is off, down to 11 seconds. Jack Barry tries to sell one there, draw it out of Dunmore. It's to the hole. Pazoglu laying in wait for that one.
That was...
blocked it with his elbow.
A little bit casual, wasn't it?
So 3.2 seconds left. Baseline play. Ringwood line up 3 flat. Lawton, good in the mid-range. Gets it.
Oh,
No, we've got the hooking foul. I was about to say he's got the basket and the foul, but he's called for the hook.
I thought he was going to call an and one. I'm like, oh my
So did
goodness, that's soft. But yeah, the referee awake to that one with the hook.
Half a second left. Go for it, Moss.
Ruin your percentages, Mossy.
What percentage? He's 0 from 3. Hasn't hit a 3 this season.
It's only a matter of time.
Can't go south from 0.
Amos Brooks has told me personally. I've asked him. He thinks he's a three-point shooter.
I'm sure he does.
Sorry, he knows he's a three-point shooter.
Oh, I think he knows he's a three-point shooter. But as it is, we are through one quarter here at Selkirk Stadium. Enough about Amos Brooks' non-existent perimeter game. It's 19-17 in, frankly, an absurd quarter of basketball.
Yeah,
the Miners zip out 17-zip and get answered by a 17-2 run.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like, it's almost like the team swapped uniforms halfway through that quarter. But, like I said, like, not much changed. You know, Ringwood made some more shots. Ballarat started missing a few shots. But the gameplay was basically the same. So, yeah. And look, Ringwood capitalised on a couple of sloppy passes from Ballarat. Some non-existent defence at some points.
And some good shot making too from both sides. Ballarat in the first 5 minutes, Ringwood in the second. But yeah, it's been like that's a nuts quarter of basketball. I can't recall seeing something like that before, where one team has just obliterated the other.
Yep.
Only for the other side to, to answer back, replicate it almost exactly.
Yeah, exactly right. It was mirror image sort of stuff. But look, I think Ringwood need to just need to keep pushing down this path. I mean, they've showed that they can weather the storm, fight back into it. I'm surprised they're 5-13. I really am. They're playing far better than a team that's 17th on the table.
Well, one thing I will say is that, in missing Adrian Sturt and Matt Fennell, two really good players, but, two guys who are in their mid to late 30s, this does make Ringwood a faster side, a more athletic side, with all due respect to two guys who are icons of Ringwood basketball. Yeah. Their age is what it is. So this does make Ringwood a more athletic and far quicker side as Lawton hits the pull-up 2 to tie it at 19. But that does make them a different beast.
Yeah, exactly right.
Ballarat are a fast team, and now Ringwood can go with them, can match that speed.
Yep. And look, I don't mind the matchups they've got on the floor. Look, and you said at the top of the broadcast, like, they're very similar teams. And to be honest, the matchups are very like players on one another as Ty Rudolph hits a 3.
Harry and Lawton play a bit of pitch and catch.
Oh,
nice. That was really well done. Oh, Sean Clark. I want that one back. That was an easy one.
He's had a long career in NBL 1, and that was one of the easiest shots he'll get.
Yep. Jake Lloyd into the action for Ballarat, the number 10. Cody, there's that travel.
Even the referees are picking up on it now. It's catching on, Jared. I've been banging on about it for weeks, and now everyone's finally catching up.
So do you think the NBL 1 South officialdom tunes into the Ballarat calls and says, you know what, I think that big bloke's got a... I think he's got a point.
Only the smart referees, I would have thought.
Yeah, there's another conversation, isn't it?
No, I'm sure. Actually, I think they do use it for reviewing performances.
Oh, silly.
Wow.
That was Davidson played really good. Oh, well done, Lawton. Davidson or Dunmore, both of them sitting at half court need to come up there and provide an option.
Correct.
But attentive defense from Lawton. But back to Sealy. Jack Davidson played really good defense on that drive. That was just a phenomenal finish.
Yeah, this kid can play. Yeah, I'd be shocked if he doesn't find his way on an NBL roster in the next year or two.
Jake Lloyd, short catch and shoot jumper is good. Pushes the lead out to 3. 24-21. Second quarter here at the Brick House, NBL 1 South. Barry, the lefty, can't hit the 3. Dunmore eventually corrals it. Push the other way, 5 and 4. Lloyd looks to drive on Daggett. Just needs to look for his shot a bit more, Jake Lloyd. Rudolph gets to the hole. Oh. That's one. He's usually got really soft touch, even with awkward finishes around the basket.
Yeah, he beat Sean Clark all ends up, but had Daggett come across to help. Lawton, great move.
Yeah.
He's starting to find his form now and made a couple of baskets.
Rudolph could have stepped into the 2 there. Dunmore deep, corner 3, that's good. Couldn't get any further in the corner, to be frank, and Dunmore's first points pushed the lead to 4, 27-23.
Yeah, this game started to balance out now, hasn't it? After the 2 big runs, this game started to turn a little bit more of a slugfest. Yeah. Yep.
Lloyd, those long strides of his. It's a very, I don't know if this is quite the right term, but it's a very languid game that Jake Lloyd plays. It looks like it's slow motion, but because he's got such long strides, he actually covers the ground really well.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him do that more often. I'd like to see him get into the paint more often with the intent to score.
Yes.
I just don't think he's aggressive enough to really threaten other teams.
Oh, whoa, what a move from Lawton. Couldn't finish, but Clark, right place, right time. He's exciting, Jonathan Lawton, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got some game about him. I was critical, and I apologise. I was critical at first for him trying to break down players and shoot contested shots, but he's got some serious game about him. And speaking about serious game,
is that Jack Davidson's first shot attempt?
It is. That is. They've read the scouting report, especially after last week.
Oh, yeah. Anything inside 35 feet, don't give him oxygen.
Correct.
Clark and Rudolph down low. Good pass. Dunmore does well. Daggett. Yeah, it's soft touch over the top of Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd, and I think he went to box out early thinking Lawton was going to shoot the ball and then ended up playing defence with his back to Daggett. So.
Yeah, and just gave up that extra 6, 12 inches of space that might have made the difference as well.
Yep.
Ooh. We can't see the feet there, but they're saying that Davidson moved his pivot. We've got the celebrity row and the advertising hoardings in the way of the feet from our vantage point there, and I have a feeling that might be former and future Ballarat miner Will Hines in celebrity row there.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Looking like a wharfie.
He's got a fine head of hair on him just quietly.
Yeah,
just,
I can't say anything about anyone's hair.
Back for a short stint from the States. Oh, Nick Bazoglu. Ooh. Thought he got a lot of ball.
Yeah, probably got a little bit of
body and
a little bit of finger on there as well.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, again, good offense from Ringwood though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now for Bazoglu to block that play, it would have been an exceptional play. So that you got to give credit to the passing and the movement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they needed to come up with something exceptional indeed to stop that offensive play by Ringwood. And there's no chance of free cheeseburgers with Daggett at the line.
Davidson and the officials still talking about that travel, saying, hey, I lifted my right foot, my left stayed down.
There's one thing I can guarantee, Jack Davidson will not change that referee's mind.
No, I haven't seen one pull it back and say, hey, guys, just forget the last 2 minutes of play.
Actually, you make a really good point, Jack. I'm going to change my mind. Yep.
There we go, another one.
There's another one. There's definitely...
And again, I actually don't... I'm not convinced that Cody lifted his left foot.
There's definitely been instructions given to the referees this week across the league to pull this up. And I am a fan of pulling it up if
as
it's
long
a travel.
As it's there, that's
if it's a travel. Hey, we can't see the feet down there.
Well,
so.
I could see that one from Cody, and I'm not convinced it was.
Yep.
Now, was that off Daggett or was that Bazoglu? It's off Bazoglu.
Deflected.
Shot clock at 7. This is what Lawton wants. Chance to get a runway.
Oh, my
goodness.
Burns
3 minors. Finds his shooter in Matt Roberts, who doesn't let him down. And it's a 1-point ball game. Luke Sunderland calls time for the Miners. 4:50 to play, 32-31. Man, this is after that topsy-turvy seesawing first quarter. This second quarter has been like punch for punch.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lawton is just, he was in his bag then, wasn't he? He got, like you said, he got what he wanted, which was getting downhill on the Ballarat defence, but then drew all the defence, blew past a couple of them, zigzagged his way into the key, and then kicked out to Matt Roberts, and that's automatic as soon as he catches the ball there.
Oh, he's
it's lights out.
Wonderful shooter.
So Max Cody's leading the scoring for Ballarat. was 7. Adam Thosby was 7. Spread around a little bit. Nick Pozzoglu's got 5, including that huge putback dunk. Jack Davidson with 3. Like you said, Jared, he's had 1 field goal attempt for the game. Yep. So what are we? 4 minutes 50 to go in the second quarter. Jack Davidson's had 1 field goal. So I would suggest that Ringwood would be wrapped with that output from him.
Oh, you can't argue with that. And look, the results are that this is a side who is sitting in the bottom third of the table, are sticking away from home and without 2 key rotation players.
Absolutely.
Are sticking with the minors.
Yeah, it's all upside if you're a Ringwood fan. And, Kyle Daggett's got 10 points. A couple of big dunks on the break, too.
Thosby, Sean Clark just didn't step out. He's looking around saying, hey, that's not my man. Something broke down somewhere. You can't leave Thosby shooting just the lazy 42% from 3 on the season.
If Sean Clark's having to close out a 3-point shooter out there, if that's the answer, that's a stupid question.
Yeah, there's a rotation that went wrong somewhere there.
Yeah.
Roberts, that's a tough shot. Can't hit over the top of Cody. It was good defense from Ballarat's point guard. It's a 4-point game. Davidson, that's about 2 metres within his range there.
Yeah, it's always got a defender right up in his grill out there.
Pozzoglu, corner 3, back iron. Lawton with the rebound. It out. The rainbow floater there from Seb Lees. Can't hit.
Yeah, I'm a bit old school.
Thosby clearly knew that pass wasn't for him. He ducked out of the way of that.
Yeah, he nearly crouched down on all 4s, didn't he? I might be old school, but that last floater from Ringwood, I'd prefer a little jump shot there.
Yeah, look, it's a weapon if you can hit the floater, but there was no shot blocker coming at him. So
yeah, exactly.
Sort of negates the need for it as Daggett hits the 3. Cuts the lead back to 1.
I didn't know Daggett had that sort of range in him, so he's up to 13 points.
Good shooter. He's shooting 37% from the beyond the arc for the season. Davidson, Lawton does well to stay with him. And Lawton does well to intercept the pass to Thosby.
Davidson is working really hard off the ball, isn't he, to get open. But
it's possibly, the shooting is exciting and all that, but the thing I love about his game, and this is the basketball nerd in me, is the way he passes and relocates.
Yep.
Cody hits the 3. Second 3 for Max Cody.
It's almost like Max Cody and Jack Davidson have swapped roles tonight. So Max Cody's picked up the scoring and Jack Davidson's doing a bit more of the facilitating.
He sort of has to. It's Davidson's being given precisely 0 space.
Yep.
There's a fair bit of contact down there, and whenever there's contact, Sean Clark tends to come out better.
Just about to say, whenever Sean Clark's involved, you can be guaranteed it wasn't all one-sided contact.
Look, there's a tale, and I think it's apocryphal. I don't know. But he was crossing White Horse Road one day, and a bus hit him.
Yep.
Bus was written off. Clark didn't even know it happened.
He's an absolute weapon of a man.
He's huge.
Yep.
Like I said, possibly apocryphal, that story. I don't know if it's 100% true.
Sounds plausible to me.
Might have been like a minivan or something.
Yeah.
Daggett hits another 3.
Yeah. Cuts it to 1.
This, like I said, this has been punch counter punch this second quarter.
Yeah,
there's a series of wild haymakers from each team in the first, and
that's right.
This has been much more of a boxing match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pozzoglu, that's wide. Oh, that was a backboard. Rudolph does well. Oh, Lawton got the hand in, deflected it.
Good hustle play by Lawton.
Seb Lees checks out. And Luke Shelley, the eldest of the 3 Shelley kids playing NBL 1. Parents are pretty handy too, between you and I.
They come from a basketball bloodline, isn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, playing that hedge well.
That's a great look.
Yeah.
Yep.
To give it a Comedism, that was a centimetre perfect pass.
Certainly was. And we made comment in the women's game that we just did beforehand that some of those passes that they were trying to throw over the top to a player in the low block just weren't on. And that is the type of pass you've got to throw to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, that was precise.
Yeah.
So it's Clark to the line. 4 points so far for the skipper. Ty Rudolph, his second foul, takes a seat for Ballarat. So the crowd cheering for free cheeseburgers from Wendaroo McDonald's. Should Clark miss both of these? And not just cheering tonight, it's not just the high-pitched cheering, Faz. It's the bane of my existence, those silly little plastic clappers.
Yeah, I know. They're hard to handle.
I'd rather a Vuvuzela.
They're better than those inflatable sticks that they bang together at the netball, though. So
that is a very fair point.
Yeah. I mean, they're
what
all
do they call them? Thunder sticks.
Thunder sticks, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. They're all top five annoying sounds, but yeah, the little clappers are in the house tonight.
Oh, Lawton again, 2 strips on consecutive possessions.
Lawton's doing a great job of hedging off and helping out in the low block there against the bigs.
Finds Shelley, finds Roberts. Good close from the Miners. They've managed to recover well there. Daggett has to shoot. Shot clock winding down. It's short. Lloyd too tall for Luke Shelley there. Davidson doesn't even have to fake and people jump. That's how scared they are of his jump shot. And it's Thosby hitting the 3. Again, it's just counter punch this quarter.
Yeah, we've
got back up by 2.
Got ourselves a ball game here tonight. I thought at the start of the game this was going to be some sort of horrible blowout. And then Ringwood got themselves back into the game. I wondered if it might have gone the other way, but yeah, we've got ourselves just basket for basket stuff.
Davidson, Clark got a hand in there, did well. Lloyd from Davidson,
Nice finish.
finishes with the contact. Just too big for Luke Shelley.
That's a great finish by Jake Lloyd, and let's not underestimate that pass by Jack Davidson. That had to be spot on, and it was.
So 4-point ball game here. Lloyd the chance to make it 5. Good free throw shooter, Jake Lloyd. Only shooting 2 of 3 on average in the season, but he is better than that. Although it can always be argued that you are what your percentages say you are. so maybe he's not that good a free throw shooter. He's good enough on that occasion.
He's overachieved tonight. Yep. No, I get what you're saying. I think Jake Lloyd's a far better free throw shooter than 67% would suggest.
Oh, Jordan Lingard just...
Yikes.
Yeah, he
got lost, didn't he?
Well, he rotated well, but he was too conscious of getting back to his man and left the ball carrier early. Just opened up the lane there for Roberts.
Yeah, that's tough. And it's tough for the defender as well. You know, Jake Lloyd does everything right, expecting there to be help defense. It just wasn't there.
And, well, the defense, that's the thing. Defense was there. Lingard rotated well. He just abandoned to recover back to his man a bit too early.
Yep.
Did the first half of it perfectly and just rushed it a little. But as it stands, 20.9 seconds left to play when we come out of the timeout. And the Miners lead the Hawks 44-41. This has been, an utterly brilliant, counter-punching second quarter.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that Ballarat have got a 3-point lead here. It feels like Ringwood are all over them, to be honest. Ringwood have got some really sound structure in their offense. They're getting really good looks. Daggett's hit a couple of threes. He's up to 16 points. 16 points and 5 rebounds.
I think the reason that Ballarat is still managing to hold this lead is that the old math problem, 3 is greater than 2. Ballarat have hit 9 threes from 21 attempts, close enough to 43%. And honestly, I think it's that shooting that is realistically the difference. These are 2 of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league. Ballarat take them with a lot more frequency than Ringwood, though.
Yeah, and tonight it's not the usual suspects. Well, kind of. Adam Thosby's hit 3 threes, and Max Cody's chimed in with 2, which has been really handy.
Yeah, that's not the thing you sort of scout for.
No, exactly. Or Geordie Lingard.
Oh, Lingard can hit that, though. He does like that spot top of the key. Misses that one, and we are through 20 minutes of basketball here at Selkirk Stadium, and it's Ballarat Miners 44, Ringwood Hawks 41 after man, like a first quarter that was almost drunk at times.
Yeah.
The second quarter has been a really tight, counter-punching, tense, but still very, very offensive and skilled quarter of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and, there's a lot of people who would like that first quarter of basketball where it's free-flowing, there's lots of scoring, from time to time. But for me, I like the grind-out, basket for basket, really workman-like performances, which both teams are putting in at the moment. Like you said, Ballarat are shooting a pretty good clip, 9 of 21 from the three-point line. So that's probably keeping them in the game at the moment, or keeping them ahead.
Well, we talked about the offensive explosions from each side in the first quarter. Ultimately, it was a 19-17 quarter.
Yes.
In the second, it was 25-24. So, on the balance, both offenses did better in the second quarter, but because it was tit for tat, it didn't necessarily feel like it was an even better offensive quarter than the other one.
Yeah, well, it was strange, wasn't it? Like at the start of the game, Ballarat jumped out, put 17 points on the board before Ringwood scored in probably 3.5 minutes of basketball. And then Ringwood pegged that back just as quickly. Then all of a sudden, all the scoring dried up.
So we've got the little dribblers out here at half-time, and we've just seen a Saints player hit the floor hard.
He has gone down hard.
He's back on his feet, the young fella. Good on him.
Tough as nails.
So, on that note, we'll probably take a little break at half-time.
Before we hit the floor.
Before we hit the floor ourselves. Us old men don't get up quite so easily. So, for Mark Farrell, I'm Jared Prosser. We'll be back with you in around 5 minutes' time.
a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban Coffee Culture from just $1. Express yourself at Coles Express.
Fasten up your seatbelts, do a double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up your game. Yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up.
Take it to the next level.
Step it up again.
Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Elevate your adventure.
Suffer from muscle or mild joint pain? Try Kanzia Pain Relief Cream from Zia, an anti-inflammatory cream providing temporary pain relief using natural active ingredients. Experience the Zia difference at zia.com.au.
At 6'1", I was never going to beat them at the ring, but I could learn to run rings around them. My dream started on the backyard court battling my brothers. Where will your dream start? Determination, the right training and a superior surface to practice on. You're on your way. Customised to fit any space or budget, superior bounce quality and the official court partner of the NBL. You know the quality is assured. Elevate your game with Dream Courts.
Sixt Car and Truck Rental has arrived in Australia. With small cars, big cars, utes, vans, cars as big as trucks. Because they are trucks. Welcome to Above and Beyonding.
Welcome back to the Brickhouse, Selkirk Stadium for the second half of this NBL 1 South match between the Ballarat Miners and the Ringwood Hawks. For Mark Farrell, I'm Jared Prosser. We've got a tight one here, 44-41. Ballarat leading after a tight and tense second quarter, which followed on from a first quarter where basically it was just two gigantic runs, Faz.
Yeah, Ballarat jumped out to a 17-0 run at the start of the game, and Ringwood looked a little shell-shocked, and then they came out of a timeout and put on their own 17-2 run. So obscene two runs started at the start of the game, and then the scoring just dried up at the end of the first quarter, and then the second quarter has just been punch for punch, basket for basket the whole way through, and it's been an extremely entertaining first half. So I hope you've popped the kettle on at half-time, made yourself a cocoa and settled in on the couch wherever you are around Victoria and Australia and around the world, listening to us on the NBL 1 app.
So Kyle Daggett for Ringwood leading all scorers through the first half with 16 points, 3 of 6 from 3 as well. A couple of fast break dunks, one of them coming from a really nice defensive play from the big American. It's the only man in double figures for Ringwood, Matt Roberts, with a couple of threes in amongst his 8 points. For Ballarat, Adam Thosby, 13 points, 3 threes himself, which is par for the course for the former Sydney King. But the big one, Max Cody, 10 points, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. He's having to pick up the scoring because Tyler Rudolph and Jack Davidson, between them averaging about 50 points, have got 3 each to half-time.
Yeah, if you had told me that before the start of the game, I would have said, well, one of them's got injured, the other one's fouled out, and the Miners are down by 30. But,
yeah, it's almost like one of them forgot to come
yeah,
or something.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, it's surprising, but I guess it's probably pleasing too for Coach Luke Sunderland to have, you know, other players stepping up and shouldering the load of the scoring. for the first half. We'll see if that continues to play out in the second half. Well, all right, start off with a turnover and get a chance to play some D. Now, Lawton's been very good in this first half, and so has Daggett, actually. He likes that matchup against Rudolph. Oh, great dish to Lawton. Might be a profit, I'm not sure, but I just called those two guys, and look at the two-man game there. Results in 2 points for Ringwood. So, Ringwood, couple lead to 1. Ballarat looking to answer. Still some really solid defence on Jack Davidson. They're really giving him no space to work in at all. Oh, nice move.
Cody up to 12. That's got to be a season high for...
It's got to be close, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Got to be close.
I don't have it in front of me, but it feels like he hasn't had a lot of games in double figures.
The thing I love about him is he plays with no ego whatsoever. He's more than happy to facilitate for his teammates.
Daggett's too strong there, just pushed back and pushed Rudolph out the way. That doesn't happen often.
He's a strong man, isn't he, Daggett?
Yeah. It's a good matchup between he and Tyler Rudolph, two very similar players. Rudolph kisses it off the glass.
Big fundamental. Looks a bit like Tim Duncan, except he jumped off the ground.
He actually jumped, yeah. Yeah, Tim Duncan didn't jump after about 2006, I think.
No, he didn't
have
like
to,
it.
though, did he?
Did not like it.
Bazoglu, one hand. And look again, just had the hand pulling down Bazoglu, but it didn't matter that time.
Yeah, he's had a really hard time rebounding against Bazoglu, hasn't he?
A lot of people do. He's not not on an island there. Cody probing, finds Bazoglu. Cody's going to have to shoot. He does. Front iron. And it's Roberts streaking through for the rebound. Oh, we've got the goaltend there. Bazoglu shaking his head. He's not too sure about it, but feels like it was the right call.
So Ballarat leading by 1. Max Cody brings it up. Looking to get something going on offense, especially Jack Davidson. Poor man has just been all over it. Lawton's been all over him all night long. Great dish. Bazoglu can't finish. Go the charity stripe for 2. I mean, Ringwood they've obviously read the scouting report, as every team does before they make the trip down the Western Highway, but they have done an exceptional job of keeping the ball out of Jack Davidson's hands.
And quite frankly, they've done a really good job not letting Rudolph get to his spots either.
Yeah. Yep.
But you're right, it's not even that they're not letting Jack Davidson get to his spots, they're just barely letting him touch the basket.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, he's really struggling to have an influence on the game. You know, he's used to getting some looks. Not always wide open looks, obviously, but getting some good looks. He's had one shot attempt for the game, made it, to his credit, yeah, and has had very little opportunity to distribute for others either.
Oh, good pass. Lawton relocates. That looks good, it is. And holds up the fingers too.
Well, he's having a good time out there, Matt Roberts, isn't he?
Pleased with himself on that one. He's up to 13 now.
There was almost a little bit of head wobble after that one went down, wasn't there? He was pretty happy with his work, and why not?
Rudolph, man, he is automatic from mid-range, Tyler Rudolph.
Yeah, Tyler Rudolph's just starting to work his way into the game, isn't he? Up to 7 points now after a really quiet first half.
Ballarat do need one of their imports at least to get going. As I said, between... lovely dish. Daggett with the slam, but that play comes down to Matt Roberts. Great drive.
Yeah.
Wonderful little bit of hesitation to hold that ball, open up the lane, and create the 2. It's a good pass from Davidson as well. Thoseby, did everything but drop.
Went halfway down, didn't it?
Unfortunately, there's no 1.5 point baskets in basketball.
No, otherwise I'd have a bunch of them.
Was that a pass from Lawton, or was that a fortunate fumble?
Oh, I'm going to credit it a pass. He disguised it well, made it look like a fumble though.
Nonetheless, 2 points.
Nice pass, Jack Davidson.
Yeah.
to the cutting Rudolph. Yeah, Jared, I'm going to put something to you here. Should Jack Davidson take the PG responsibility and bring the ball up the court? Just to get a few touches.
Well, it can't hurt, to be honest. At the very least, it means if there's a breakdown on a pick and roll or something, you've got, arguably the best shooter in NBL 1.
Yep.
Potentially open.
Yep. Because he's parking himself down the wing, and either Roberts or Lawton are going to him, and they are not helping off. They're essentially face guarding.
Strong drive. Takes the contact. And look, this is the counterpoint, that basket right there. Davidson in drawing a player, and you have to, if he's standing in the corner, you have to be within touching distance. You're playing 4-on-4, you create space. So that is the counterpoint. And look, I don't know whether there's a right answer or a wrong answer to this one, but you ideally you'd want to get Davidson going at some point. So maybe just for a few minutes, just to see how Ringwood react, if nothing else.
Yeah, see how it changes their defense. See, Adam Thosby went and checked on Dion Collard down there in Celebrity Row.
Well, he almost killed him, so.
Well, yeah. Dion's a tough cookie. He would have taken that. Oh.
You know what? I think you're right, Faz. I think there has been some directive from the NBL 1 referee's office about cracking down on that little slide of the foot as you jab step.
Yep. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't see this many troubles called.
No. I mean, we see them occasionally. When we're broadcasting, we have 2 games. We might see one every 3 or 4 games. We've seen 7 or 8 of them between what have we had now? 65 minutes of basketball.
Yep, exactly.
Good hands, Davidson. Lawton stays with it. That is absolutely a goaltend. That's a frustration goaltend from Nick Pizoglu.
Dear.
He swatted into Lake Wendouree just about.
Went out like a Scud missile, didn't it?
But that was nothing more than getting some anger out.
Why not? I mean, there's worse ways to vent your frustrations.
Oh, the shot's going in anyway. Why not?
Yeah. I'm okay with that because the player doesn't see the ball go through the basket either.
That's true.
He's playing psychological games with the Ringwood players here.
But that basket does give Ringwood the lead, 56-54. Cody again aggressive. Rudolph pick and pop, can't hit the 3.
The game's in an interesting position now, isn't it? Ringwood have got a 2-point lead here. It's been backwards and forwards all game. It's kind of a case of which team's going to crack first.
Daggett, good finish.
Wow.
Good finish. I'm just going to see who that one's on. It's on Tyler Rudolph. Both he and Thosby had a hand in there, but either way, there wasn't a lot of contact.
Picked up his 3rd. Ty Rudolph's on 3 fouls.
And he's the primary matchup for Daggett as well, so you can be sure that Ringwood are going to go at him.
Yeah, exactly right. I think if Rudolph fouls out or he has to go to the bench because of these fouls, they don't really have a great matchup for him sitting there on the bench at the moment.
No, maybe Pizoglu. That's probably the only
other
one.
Well, Pizoglu would have to rotate across to him and you'd have Amos Brooks play on Sean Clark, I would imagine.
Rudolph,
Yep. Good
Sean
foul.
Clark, hand up straight away, said, yeah, that was me.
That's a quality foul.
Well, that's what you want to do. Don't let the ball get above shoulder height if you're going to foul a shooter.
There's no chance of an ab 1 when you foul like that.
No, absolutely not.
Veteran move. Hats off, Sean Clark. Well done.
So, you mentioned Rudolph, who's at the line, picked up his 3rd foul a few seconds ago. He makes a second free throw. He will check out. And Amos Brooks will be in for Ballarat.
Smart move here. He'd miss this one on purpose. Get a few more seconds of playing time.
Not so smart if he picks up the 4th foul, though, because he's still going to go to the bench and walk past his coach.
Touche.
As it is, rattled home the second. Ty Rudolph up to 11 points, 8 in this quarter. That's where that 3rd foul really hurts, because he was starting to get on track.
Yeah, exactly. What do you have? He had 3 points in the first half. Got 8 here in the first 6 minutes of the 3rd quarter. And now he's got to go and sit on the bench.
Lawton slips on that decal again.
Oh,
dear. He's got a pushing foul on Cody.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think the ref's seen the scouting report on the decals. Yeah.
Yeah, look, that one, I can't side with the official on that one. That was a slip. That was no push.
Gives us an opportunity to check out the work of Jackson O'Brien down there with a mean mullet. One of the finest facilities maintenance guys in the business.
As good as he is on the towel, is as bad as he is with the hairdo.
Well, I think part of his look is his hair looks like a mop, so it works out with the floor wiping.
Well, if someone picks him up and starts rubbing his head on the ground, then we'll know it works. Daggett airballs the three.
That was.
You don't say that every day.
I was just about to say that is a vast contrast to the last couple of shots he's put up, which have looked really, really good.
Well, he's far and away the game-leading scorer with 23 points.
Yeah, he's having himself a ball game and then airmailed one. So.
Here's Davidson again. High trap. Oh, they've backed away. Clark went too early that time. Davidson can't make him pay. And Matt Robert does well.
To be fair, that's probably his first field goal attempt in 12 minutes.
Oh,
Amos Brooks.
Lawton
Holy moly. I'd almost give an assist to Amos Brooks there.
That is the stereotypical little man hit big man
He
play.
met the immovable object, which is Amos Brooks. The ball popped out, and it helps Jack Davidson.
Well, yeah, it's
get off
an
that
easy shot.
That's what he needs to see.
Well, look, there was a lot of ball in that, but that is exactly what you were talking about in the women's game, where just the biomechanics of the play. Yeah, you can get the ball, but your arm is going to be across the player.
Exactly. Yeah. He's probably got his hand all over the ball, but neglects the fact that his arm's right across the player's chest. So
you put your hand in a cookie jar, you give the ref the chance to make the call.
Absolutely.
Clark had the shot then.
Oh.
In the end, Davidson was awake to the corner cut from Lawton.
Even though he's just picked up a foul, though, I like the intensity that Amos Brooks has come onto the court with. When he came on earlier in the game, he had the same thing. He was boxing out hard, playing defence, having a red-hot dip. And I think he's starting to feel more comfortable in this league as time goes by.
Clark did well to avoid Pazoglu. Falls to Barry.
That's a cheap one.
Yeah. But look, that's almost an incidental one as well. Like Brooks is pushing out. They're the sort of fouls that happen. But
exactly.
Good work from Barry, though, to chase down that ball.
Absolutely.
Let's make some noise for those free cheeseburgers.
As the crowd start to get a bit raucous, looking for those free cheeseburgers. Not on this.
Jack Barry lets them down.
Yeah.
Think of the children, Jack.
That's right. There's going to be a lot of children going home hungry tonight, Jack. Ooh. Second one was way off.
It's a 2-point game. 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Oh, Davidson was
just testing the water with the referee there, wasn't he?
I'm glad he didn't shoot that because that would have been a ridiculous shot. Good pass from Lloyd. Daggett closes well. Look at the handle.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful move.
Look at the handle on Harrison Seeley, will you?
That's crazy. At that pace.
Yep.
Oh, man. He's something special.
I'll tell you what, Davidson, pretty reasonable as well. Ended up just cantering to the hoop.
Yeah, Jack Davidson's starting to get off the chain a little bit here. And, if you're Ringwood, you want to try to get back to what you were doing before. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was really short. Lloyd can come the other way. Thosby. The in and out dribble, but then lost it. Davidson burns off Seeley. Good foul.
Little snap back of the head there by Jack Davidson really sold that contact.
He does that well.
Yeah.
He does well. He knows when to throw the head. But look, Harrison Seeley had to make that foul. If he doesn't, he's beaten.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw recently. I saw a tutorial online of how to snap your head back when there's contact on a drive.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the game's changed since I was a boy.
Yeah, I'm actually appalled at that.
Yes.
Davidson again tried to sell the contact on Seeley. It wasn't really a lot in it, but he hits the three anyway.
Yeah, he crumpled like a paper cup after he hit that shot, didn't he? But that was a big bucket. And Jack Davidson, oh my goodness, his shot is so pure. Lawton, Lawton answers with the 3 of his own. Puts Ringwood back up by 2.
And Brooks can't finish with the left. Here's Seeley. He gets to that left so quickly.
You know he's going to the left.
Yeah.
Or he's going to come back to the left. But you can't stop it. He's so fast. So fast.
And you're absolutely right. We both saw him play in the Youth League Grand Final, which was Ballarat Ringwood.
Yeah.
Last year, the 3-game series. And whilst there was some brilliant shooting on display from Ringwood, I think Alex Bandelovsky was a part of that team as well.
Yep.
Who plays NBL 1. But, like the star man on show there was undoubtedly Harrison Seeley, this man at the line.
Absolutely.
1 of 2 on that trip. He and Davidson. It's Barry and Davidson, my apologies, getting into it. It's a 3-point game, under a minute to play in the third. Davidson, it's a little bit behind Brooks. He does well to catch it. Jake Lloyd, Brooks lays it in, but Jake
finish.
Lloyd needs to take that shot.
All he has to do is turn around and drop it in.
He's 6'5",
Yeah.
6'6". But nonetheless, it was a good pass.
Didn't even look at the basket, though.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's not that necessarily made a bad play.
Yeah.
Instead, he had the basket there. Oh, well done, Dunmore.
Zach Dunmore, beautiful
Takes it off
hands.
Lawton. And rises, lays
Nice
it in.
finish, Zach.
That's an acrobatic play.
My
Very, very
goodness.
pretty from Zach Dunmore. Gives Ballarat the lead. Shot clock is off. Jack Barry. Clock down to 6 seconds. Barry drives hard. Lloyd, good D. Oh, gets the basket. Lloyd, he had the body on him the whole way. He either needed to commit and foul him properly or just lay off. Did neither. Gives up the basket, potentially the 3-point play.
Now, I know. What I'm going to say is flawed. But Jake Lloyd's like, I was making that same contact from outside the 3-point line all the way to the basket, and you only called it when we got to the basket. And the referee would say, I let it go because it didn't affect the shot until you got to the basket.
Davidson, can't hit the 3 that would have given Ballarat back the lead. As it is, we are through 3 quarters of play here at Selkirk Stadium, and it's a 2-point ball game. This, outside of that opening little burst from Ballarat and the counterpunch from Ringwood, this game has been like tissue paper. Like, there's been no
4
margin
points in
this.
it? Yeah.
Maybe 5. I think there was a 6-point lead at one stage to Ringwood.
Yep.
But that's as much as it got. This has been super tight.
Yeah, it's been a really close game. Ringwood are playing exceptional basketball all around because they are probably outgunned a little bit.
Yeah, I would say so, but they're playing it really, really well so far.
Daggett's been exceptional.
Yeah, he has. The only blemish on the game really has been that airball 3 that seemed to come out of nowhere. He's wide open.
Yeah, that can happen to the best of us. But yeah, like he's been really active on defense as well as protect the rim. Made a couple of block shots, rebounded well. Yeah, can't argue with the way he's played. And young Harrison Seeley, he's been exceptional coming off the bench.
Yeah, limited minutes, but he's exciting.
Yeah,
he's really exciting to watch. So we've got a 2-point game, 10 minutes to play. Where does this one go? Who steps up? How can Ballarat pull this out? How can Ringwood keep this lead? It's a lot of questions.
I know. I'll just sum it up with if Ringwood let Jack Davidson off the chain, Ballarat win. And that started to happen there late in the third quarter. But if they can clamp him back down like they did in the first half, I think Ringwood will win this.
I'll tell you what, it is on a knife's edge.
Yep.
It is genuinely on a knife's edge, this match. It's been a brilliant game of basketball and a really offensive game of basketball as well. A lot of attacking. We mentioned at the start that defense is a nominal concept for these teams. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But, that's off Lawton. It is. Well done, Dunmore. Lawton doesn't like it, but that was clear. Zach Dunmore knocked it back off Jonathan Lawton's leg. It's a couple of times he's been a little bit lazy and protecting the ball, and Dunmore's been awake to it. Yeah, Davidson's too quick for Clark.
Jack Davidson running the point. Who would have thought it?
Well, Cody's off the floor, so he is the Lloyd, Pizoglu, they can both run a little bit of point, but they're not natural point guards. So it's going to be Davidson. Daggett, and there we go, Pizoglu wants a Daggett as well. That's a great move.
That is. Do not underrate that move. And it really soft touch from the big fella too.
Good D from Barry. Davidson burns in Pizoglu. Zach Dunmore ends up driving himself. Goes straight at
That's a
Daggett.
great finish. Yeah.
Not scared of the big fella.
Nah, he's too stupid not to be scared of him. And I mean that in the nicest possible way because
sure
he's a lovely kid, Zach Dunmore. But he just knows no fear. Yep. He has.
Mark. Oh, wow. What happened there?
Oh,
that's a travel, surely. If it's not a foul, it's a travel.
Sean Clark's had a brain fade.
And was that ball deflected and he's just caught it before he's landed? I'm not sure. Too many bodies in the way.
I don't know. But it looked like
this is where we need a replay.
I was just about to pencil it in the record that Sean Clark made a 2-point basket. No. He managed
that was a bizarre sequence. Rudolph looking for someone to come to him. Gets Davidson. Oh, Lawton does well. Does really well.
Good
Desperation.
Hustle. Good hustle.
Yeah, good work from both players there.
I felt like he had him beaten to the middle and then try to cross over again to get back to that 3-point shot.
And look, Davidson shoots really well off the dribble going to his right.
Yeah.
So, but look, credit to Lawton. Credit to Davidson for the hustle in the end, but Lawton's created the turnover there. He's done really, really well.
Lawton has worked his backside off on defense all night long, and I've been really impressed with that.
Here he is with the ball. Clark looking for the back door. It's not coming. Jack Barry, that's a tough shot.
Wow.
And Pizoglu.
Oh, no.
Nobody wanted the ball then.
Somebody grabbed the ball.
In the end, Dunmore. Well, he's come close to losing it. Good double team again. Lawton awake to the opportunity to double team. 71 apiece here at Selkirk Stadium. That's an easy call for the officials.
Yeah, Barry just panicked there, put two hands on Jack Davidson and gave up the foul, but it's probably not a bad foul to give.
Watched the same video you did.
Yeah, the tutorial on snapping your head back when you feel contact. Crazy.
Davidson again.
That's nice.
For all the talk of his speed, Jack Davidson, his ball handling and his shooting, he's very, very quick.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's elite fast.
Here's Dagger, good rotation from Rudolph, who's back in with the 3 fouls. Barry can't hit. Oh, Lloyd and Rudolph took it off each other. It's a late whistle, but that'll be on Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Jack Davidson.
Just his second. He just snuck up to 14 points for the game as well. After a super slow start. He only had 3 points in the first half.
Well, he didn't get the 4th and 5th until probably 4 minutes to go in the third as well.
Yeah, that's right.
You hold a man who averages 25 to 3 points in 25 minutes, you're doing well.
Absolutely.
So as it is, Ballarat 2-point lead, 73-71. We've got a little over 7.5 minutes to play. Daggett, double team from Dunmore. Barry for 3. Ooh, that's long again. Davidson Sky, but it only falls to Seeley. Lawton steps into the 3. It's no goal, my! Daggett almost with a play of the week. That would have been a monstrous play.
My goodness.
Oh, geez, I wish that had gone down. That would have been huge.
It's one of the most spectacular missed shots you'll see.
He gets his highlight anyway.
Yeah. He
can't keep a good man down.
Determined to be on the highlight reel. Take it bow, Daggett. Take it bow.
Swatted that one away with impunity. Zach Dunmore has been served so hard he's gone back to the bench.
To be fair,
lick his wounds.
In his defence, Zach Dunmore put in some really good minutes there.
No, he's played really well.
Played some really good defence, knocked down some shots. But that one got thrown out of there.
Davidson gets to the line. Davidson is not getting the looks from 3. He's only had, I think, 3, maybe 4 3-point attempts.
Yep.
No, he's hit 2 of them, but he's He's really pushing, really working to get to the basket now.
Yeah.
He's not settling for pull-up J's. He's not settling for deep threes, even though he can make them.
Yeah.
He's going, no, I'm gonna put the pressure on the cup. I'm gonna put the pressure on the official to make the call. Put the pressure on the defense to do something to stop me.
Now, I think a wise man mentioned maybe early in the third quarter, maybe it was late in the second quarter, that maybe Jack Davidson should grab the point for a bit and see how that changes up their offense.
What was that wise man's name, Cole? Mark Farrell?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure the viewers at home can remember that. If not, rewind back to the second or third quarter. But it just changes up the look they get. He was stuck out on a wing, getting face guarded. Obviously, that helps the other players on the Miners team where they can get to the basket without that help defense coming across. But he's a 25-point-a-game player. You want the ball in his hands. You need him to be scoring.
Yeah. If nothing else, it just means that there can be no breakdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
There can't be, and we saw it on 1-3 that Davidson missed, where, and we mentioned in the second quarter that Jordan Lingard came out and covered, I think it was Luke Shelley. I can't recall off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I think it was Luke Shelley, and he abandoned the coverage early.
Yep.
There was one where Sean Clark did exactly the same thing, and it opened up a three for Davidson, who, luckily for the Hawks, he didn't hit it on that occasion.
Yep.
But yeah, it means that every single rotation, every single decision needs to be on point.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, more decal slips.
Yeah, Peter Stevens Motor World decal.
Daggett with
Holy
the dagger.
moly.
He is on fire today.
He averaged 17.5 points a game. He's already up to 28, and he's looking for more.
Knock.
We had a bit of slippage on the Peter Stevens Motor World signage down there. If you're looking for an automobile, Peter Stevens Motor World, get yourself down there. The good people down there will look after you.
The tyres are... there's a little bit of an elbow there, was there from Rudolph. I think it was in a curtain, but that's going to be a foul on Lawton.
Yeah,
Matt Roberts was pointing the other way. I'm not quite sure what call he was hoping for there.
Well, the trail referee had a really good view of that, and so did we from here. But the lead referee or anyone on baseline had a little obscured view. So,
as it is, Pizzoglou to the line. We mentioned his three-point shooting. They're shooting 38% from the three-point line, shooting just 57%. He's a member of the... I was talking to Luke Sunderland before the game, and he did say, he's a member of the exclusive 50-40-50 club.
Oh, that is brutal.
Oh, it was a great line.
That's
that's why I felt I had to credit it to the man who came up with that one. It was a good line.
Hats off.
But Pizzoglou, 2 of 2 there, and those points are Ballarat's lead. 76-74. Lawton inside. Yeah, clear as day. Oh, Davidson doesn't think that should be a shooting foul. Fair enough, he didn't let the ball get up, but there's not really much else that Lawton's doing from that close to the basket, is there?
Yeah, I'm okay with that being 2 free throws. That's once you get that close into the paint, what else are you going to do with it when you bring the ball up?
And he was there was a second player coming, but he was effectively one-on-one. Close enough to 80% on the season from the stripe for Lawton. Knocks down the first, should knock down the second.
Putting together a decent game, Lawton.
He's just sort of quietly accumulated. He missed some shots he probably shouldn't have even taken in the first quarter, but he did hit some tough ones. He's up to 13 now. Davidson, that's pretty.
Somebody's cooking now.
He's up to 17 all of a sudden, Jack Davidson. That's without the 3-ball really being a part of his repertoire today.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, Lawton checked his feet.
Yeah,
Bang.
he had time. Oh, little word to the bench there too.
Yeah, I think he might have told Amos Brooks all about how a 3-point shot should be done.
Told someone about it. I'm not sure who was talking to him, but Dunmore's not a talker. Brooks has a little bit of a talk.
I wouldn't imagine Geordie Lingard gobbing off too much down there either.
Jordan Lingard's too nice a guy.
Oh,
to be honest.
Too nice. He's so sweet he'd make your teeth rot.
A 1-point game. I'll tell you what, this really has been like such a good game of basketball. It's been tight, it's been tense, and it's been skillful.
Yeah.
This has been a proper advertisement for NBL 1, this one.
Absolutely. I mean, this is why people pay their money to come and see these games for this sort of quality of basketball. And, buckle in. I think this one's going to go the full journey tonight.
So that foul puts Ringwood in the bonus with 5:35 left to play.
Yikes. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? There's a long way to go, and you're just going to be putting Ballarat at the stripe every time you foul.
I mean, a knocker-knocker's got 4 fouls, but he's at best a rotation piece rather than a featured player for Ringwood. There's nobody else really in any sort of foul trouble. You could say Lawton with 3. Stand-up flat-footed rebound there for Thosby, who sort of fumbles and bumbles his way through that defence, but gets there in the end. Davidson, oh, no.
Wow.
He's starting to cook now, Jack Davidson.
Yeah.
He's up to 21. He scored 18 points in about 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, and all from in the paint. Just getting to the basket.
Aside from 1-3, it's been all free throw line or at the cup. Beautiful pass.
Great dish.
Easiest dunk that Kyle Daggett will get all season.
Wow.
But Sealy set him up perfectly. Jeez, he's good, this kid.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I feel like they'd make a really good combo for a while, Daggett and Sealy. But
he's only 24, Daggett. He's not an old man. He's a young import, Davidson from a mile out. He's starting to feel it.
Holy Moses.
That was deep with about 4 E's and a capital D.
I'm not sure if Ringwood have changed the way they're approaching this game, but the scouting report hasn't changed. Jack Davidson can still fill it up.
Yeah, I think that one was just a little bit of a concentration lapse.
Yeah.
To be honest, because they haven't really given him much airspace, and maybe it's a case of Davidson attacking the hoop has had just put the defence on the back foot a little bit, put them on their heels and took advantage, reminded them you can shoot the rock.
Exactly. And for all the kids out there listening, you cannot just be one-dimensional three-point shooter. It doesn't work. You have to have other assets to your game. Otherwise, it's too easy to shut down.
And Kyle Daggett has been a man who has not been easy to shut down. He's up to 31 points.
He's had himself a game.
He's filled out the box score, 2 7 boards and a steal, a couple of blocks. 4 of 8 from beyond the arc.
He's even dished out 3 dimes.
Yeah, he has.
Big fella's done it all.
He has been excellent today. Rudolph goes at Daggett. Oh, it's short. Oh, Pizzoglou, smart play. Nick Pizzoglou touches it back to him. Gets it again. The ball eventually falls to Rudolph. And, oh, man.
Luke Sunderland's walking down the sideline clapping and saying, that's just how I drew it up, boys. Beautiful.
I'll tell you what, if he is, that's a genius coach. Oh, wow. Robert's got all day to line that up.
Yep.
You cannot give him that space. One of the best catch-and-shoot players in NBL 1 South. And he had enough time to learn a language before he shot that.
He did.
Cuts the lead to 1, 87-86. Again, every time a team looks to push this one out, their opponent counterpunches. Ballarat looking good. And then all of a sudden, Big 3 cuts it to 1. This has been an absolutely brilliant game of basketball.
It certainly has. It certainly has. And the feeling in this stadium is not again.
Oh, there's like the tension. You could cut it with a knife. It's palpable in
The
here.
crowd are just too scared to get excited at the moment. They're victims of collapses in the past by both the men's team and particularly the women's team. And, I don't think they're not allowing themselves to get too excited just yet, but the tension is building in this building.
So is this, look, we've got 3:38 left. It's a 1-point game, 87-86, high-scoring contest.
Yep.
Is this going to be a matter of which team outshoots the other, or is this going to be one defense starts to step it up and actually turns up, essentially?
I think it stops.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the most stops from here on in wins it. And that might sound stupid, but, it doesn't matter. It won't matter. Offense will score at either end for both these teams. It's about how many times you can stop the other team.
That's sort of the crux of the question, though. Is it going to be you'll stop them because the other team misses, or you play good defense? Is there a defense that can step up, or will this be a make or miss game?
I think it'll be getting ahead and making difficult shots. Because both teams will get their shots. It's just a matter of how difficult you can make them.
So Ballarat have taken Dunmore out, put Max Cody back in. No changes for Ringwood. Davidson, yeah.
Oh, no.
He wants
Daggett's
to
out
cook
on an
Daggett.
island.
In the end, smart play.
Great work. Really unselfish play, wasn't it?
But really good recognition in knowing that he had an elite mid-range shooter with a player he could shoot over.
Yeah. And Daggett had no idea that ball was ever going to be passed.
No.
He just expected Jack Davidson to try
I
to
think
either get a
Lawton laid
step
off
back.
too.
Yeah.
Good scramble from Ballarat. Nice scram switch. Daggett, my goodness.
That is so soft touch.
That was Jokic-like. That was feathery.
That's pretty to watch. He's put on a bit of a clinic tonight.
Oh, yes. He's been wonderful today. Here is Rudolph. Now for Zoglu. Ballarat moving the ball around, but not any real purpose to it. The shot clock at 6 now. Davidson, that was an absolute brick. Shot clock winding down. Didn't he take any iron? Cody! It's his
Max
third
Cody.
three. Max Cody. The man who would not shoot has turned into a weapon this game. 15 points.
He just does what he needs to do. Whatever the team needs, Max Cody does it.
That was a huge shot. Ringwood played great defense on the initial 24 seconds. Oh, good close from Thosby. That was excellent defense from Adam Thosby.
And that's the difference, making that difficult shot. They get a stop at the other end. You know, they get probably what some would consider a lucky shot, but hit one on the buzzer.
The shot wasn't necessarily lucky.
Exactly.
Getting the rebound probably was.
Exactly.
And Davidson draws the foul out of Matt Roberts. And, Mark Farrell in the comms box here, signalling 2 shots.
Yeah, that hurts, especially fouling Jack Davidson as well. Was he a 90-something, 98 something?
83% on the season, which actually seems kind of low for his
is he?
quality, doesn't it?
What happened there? I could have sworn he was a 90% free throw shooter, but yeah.
He has had a few recently where he's front-ironed the front end.
Yeah, yep.
But this is a man who, in NCAA tournament play, I don't know whether it's tournament play, might have been throughout the regular season, but hit 95 consecutive free throws.
That's not
obviously
bad.
Across multiple games. That wasn't in the one game, clearly.
Yeah, well, that would have set a new record. But
it was perhaps an over-officiated game, that one.
But, 95 in a row is not bad. But what have we got? 4-point game. Ballarat over Ringwood. Ringwood in the bonus. Just sent Jack Davidson to the line for 2. Minute 45 to go. Jared Prosser. What's going to happen?
Oh, I tell you what. Look, you would expect Ballarat will have a 5, probably a 6-point lead with a minute 45 to play at the end of these free throws. I would expect to see a lot of 2-man game between Daggett and either Sealy or Lawton.
Yep.
And I would expect to have Matt Roberts on the strong side for the easy kick out. Best shooter on the team. Put him in the strong side. Keep that side of the floor spaced for your 2-man game.
Yep.
Sean Clark's on the floor. He's just going to be a big unit and he's going to knock some bodies around.
Perfect.
You're flying for every offensive rebound here.
Yep.
So we've got the 6-point lead. And it's Matt Robert to bring it up. We're looking for... No, we weren't looking for Daggett down low. I saw the cut from Daggett.
That's good find.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness.
Good shot from Lawton and Clark.
That was a little
really cheap foul. That's going to send Cody to the line.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, having said that, Max Cody's not exactly automatic. He doesn't take a lot of free throws. So there's not a massive sample size here, but shooting an even 50% on the season.
Is that 1 from 2?
It might be something like 4 for 8. Seriously.
He
doesn't
literally
take a lot.
lost here. He doesn't know what to do because it happens so rarely.
Where
which
do
is
I go?
strange.
This bit? The line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is strange for a guy who spends a lot of time driving to the basket.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There we go. Rattles out the first. 4-point game. Whether he makes this or not, it's a 2-possession game, and they don't both have to be threes. Ringwood are absolutely in this up to their eyeballs. Cody misses both.
I've never seen a
And
man
you
look
could-
so uncomfortable.
And you could hear the hush in the crowd as well.
Correct.
This is a nervous Selkirk Stadium right now, Faz.
Absolutely. Oh, Harrison Seeley with
Lawton
the ball.
again.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
little
brought
foul
the
on
hand
Thosby.
down.
He wants the elbow, but it's not there. That
No
was a foul
way.
on Adam Thosby all day. And Lawton banks it home, the chance to cut the lead to 1. This game, Mark Farrell, it has been incredible.
I can't believe it. We spoke earlier about how Sean Clark fouled hard, made sure there was no and one. That time, that is as soft as foul as possible.
Yep.
While still creating a foul, like still making a foul. And it's cut at the 1 point game. Minute 20 to go. Anybody's game.
Look, Max Cody's a really, really good organiser, great point guard, but in a game where it's, 1 point, well, that's clean hands.
Yep.
But in a game where it's 1 point and Cody is a less than average free throw shooter, is this the game where you want to have Dunmore or Lloyd, good free throw shooters in the game?
I think so. I mean, free throws.
You're going to put the ball in Davidson's hands anyway.
Yeah. Free throws can win or lose you the game. And look, those 2 free throws that were missed, would have been a 3 point game with a minute and 7 to go.
Yeah.
A lot different story to 1 point game.
Well, do Ringwood run the same play if they're down 6 rather than down 4?
Well, no. You'd probably be looking for a 3 ball.
Yeah, I mean, look, they could well run the same play, but it's no guarantee. It does, making it like 6 points is, mentally a very different equation to 4. So, minute 7 to play, 1 point ball game. I'll tell you what, as much as we've spoken about Jack Davidson, who's essentially gone for 23 points in about 13 minutes of basketball, this really has been Kyle Daggett's evening.
Yeah, 34 points. You can't go past that. And it's the rest of the stuff too. 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. He's got a steal, 3 assists.
4 threes.
No fouls.
Wow, yeah, I actually hadn't noticed that.
He's played really clean defense. And it's not like he hasn't been missing on defense. Yeah, absolutely. He's just a fundamentally sound dude.
Rudolph, catch, shoot. It's long. Thosby. Oh, that looks like it's off Daggett. It is.
The first mistake he's made all night. Oh, except that air ball 3.
Credits Adam Thosby there in amongst the trees to get a hand up and just keep that ball loose.
That's all it needs sometimes.
A little bit of subterfuge here. Cody with the ball. Matthew Roberts will guard him. Cody goes to the hole.
Oh, nice
draws
work.
the foul out of Clark. Doesn't like the call, but...
That's a good foul, though.
Look, it's not a bad one. You'd rather give Max Cody 2 chances from the stripe, 15 feet away, than 1 chance from 2 feet away.
Absolutely. Yeah, Sean Clark pleading his case, but it's probably going to fall on deaf ears. To be fair, he probably didn't hit him that hard by Sean Clark standards.
Hey, I mentioned before, do you get Lloyd or Dunmore in? Looks like Lloyd's going to come in for Cody, who misses his 3rd straight free throw. There's a little bit of talk from the Ringwood bench there as well, letting him know, hey, that's not 1, that's not 2, that's 3 in a row.
They're keeping stats for him down there. Oh, dear.
Oh, 4. Oh, Pizzoglu almost nicked it off Daggett.
My goodness.
Under a minute to play, 1 point ball game. We have a grandstand finish here at Selkirk Stadium. Turn off that music. Let's get the sound of the game in here.
Wow. Ballarat know who the guys are that need to shut down.
Pizzoglu with the
Great
steal. And right play. Get the ball into Davidson's hands now.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
probably
Cody
would
was
have fouled
smart.
Cody
Got rid
then.
of that one quickly.
I probably would have just given up a cheap hands foul on Cody then.
So there's about 7 seconds between game and shot clock. Davidson with the floater. It's
That's
no
great,
good.
D by
Rudolph
Clark.
with the board. Lays it in. We have a timeout called by Ringwood. It's a 3-point game. 13.8 seconds left to play. Sean Clark looks despondent. He did the right thing. He bodied him,
Absolutely.
made Jack Davidson overshoot that.
Yep.
His teammates just didn't give him a hand by boxing out.
Absolutely not. Ty Rudolph. Oh, my goodness.
Right place, right time. Great play, Ty Rudolph. Lays the ball in. 3-point game. Now, this is an interesting one. Do Ringwood have got some shooters on this side? I can tell you they would have absolutely loved to have had Adrian Sturt right now, a 6'10" 3-point threat. But alas, he's not here. Do they try and stretch this, go 5 out, or is it a case of try and go for the quick 2? Like, you're sending Ballarat to the line so you can get the ball back.
Yeah. I hate to say this. It depends if Max Cody's on the court or not.
Possibly Pozzoglu as well, 50-something%.
Yeah. If those guys are on the court, I reckon you go the quick 2, foul. Proof's in the pudding. The last few times I've been there. Mind you, some people might say he's one shot closer to his next mate. So,
So let's see Ballarat come out with Lloyd and no Cody. So there's only the one out-and-out weak free throw shooter out there, and that's Nick Pozzoglu, who shoots close enough to 60%. It's not great, but it's not catastrophic either.
Yep.
But it's a tall, outside of Davidson, it's a long-limbed, quick lineup for Ballarat.
Yeah, that's smart. I like that. You can switch on everything.
No changes for the Hawks.
That's odd.
Clark and Daggett. I mean, look, you've got 4 shooters out there. Clark is the only one who's not really a threat from 3. And no surprise that Ty Rudolph has got 4 fouls is guarding him.
Yeah. It's set a wicked screen, though, so he might be able to free someone up for a shot here.
Robert, he could have had the chance. Lawton to tie it. Jonathan Lawton!
Take a bow!
Took the words out of my mouth, Faz. That is monstrous.
Holy Moses.
From well behind the arc and hand in his face. Jonathan Lawton.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, give that man a bunch of flowers. That's a huge tray.
That's a massive bucket, isn't it? It wasn't the play they wanted.
No, I think the play was ran for either Roberts or Daggett.
Yeah, exactly. You could see Daggett was trying to pop out, and they couldn't get him the ball. Lawton said, just give me the ball, boys, and get out of the way. Jump on my shoulders, I'll carry you to the promised land.
Forget your set plays.
Exactly.
Just give me the rock.
Set plays are for losers. Give me the ball and let me go to work.
So 7.2 seconds left here. Now, this is where it does get interesting. Ballarat will obviously. Honestly, I think Ballarat will probably stay with the same 5.
Yep.
Simply because Lloyd, being 6'6", is an extra offensive rebounding. No. Jake Lloyd out, Max Cody in.
Oh. I was going to say Ringwood can't foul. Maybe they can.
They can now. I would have thought leave Lloyd in. He can shoot over the top of the D. He's being a 6'5", 6'6" wing, he's a bigger threat on the offensive glass.
Goodness.
So this ball has to go to Davidson, but But look for Rudolph, and Thosby's got a big height advantage over Harrison Seeley as well. Down the 3, down the 3.
Seeley.
Rudolph for the win. Oh, it's out. Oh.
We got OT, baby.
He got wide open for that, and we have some free basketball here in Ballarat on a Friday night. Oh, my. I'll tell you what. I am absolutely rapt that this is going to OT. This has been a phenomenal game of basketball.
I tell you what, Harrison Seeley take a bow. That was great defense on Jack Davidson then to get the ball out of his hands, not commit a foul, completely cut him off. He had one option, that was to give the ball up to Ty Rudolph, who almost won the game. But as you said, free basketball is good basketball.
Oh, my. This game, unbelievable.
Jonathan
Lawton. We haven't run through this for a while, so we better run through some of these stats. There's been so much to talk about that we haven't had to look at the box score, but Kyle Daggett, 34 and 8, 3 assists, a couple of blocks. Lawton, that 3 brought him up to 24 points with 6 assists. On the other side of the ledger, Jack Davidson's on 26 after starting off, I wouldn't even say slow, it was glacial the way he started.
Yep.
Tyler Rudolph has slowly worked his way to 17 and 10. Thosby's got 15. I don't think he scored this half, though.
Nah, he did most of the scoring early in the first half, didn't he?
You've got Cody on 15, but, 2 of 6 from the free throw line. And to be honest, that almost feels generous, considering the magnitude of the ones he's missed.
Yeah. Missed 4 free throws in a row down the stretch. That hurts. That really hurts. But interesting, like Ringwood, Jonathan Lawton and Kyle Daggett played all 40 minutes so far. Haven't hit the pine at all, and why would they? Like, Jonathan Lawton, apart from that huge 3 he's just hit, has played outstanding defense all night. And Taggett, 34, 8, 3. That's a big stat line.
So it'll be Ballarat ball to kick things off
Oh, my goodness.
in the OT period.
Oh, my
And again,
goodness.
Lawton, good D. So a reminder, the fouls do not reset. So both teams still in the penalty. Oh, kick out. Cody decides not to take the open three. Really, probably should have. Oh, good move. Good move by Rudolph.
Lovely.
Lays it in. Wrong
Yeah.
hand as well. But just that
Yep.
extra agility against Sean Clark.
Got the right amount of spin on the ball too, didn't it?
I'll tell you what, can he bowl off spin? Maybe we can get him in for Nathan Lyon over
Wow.
in England.
Yeah. Quick
Oh!
Matt
Roberts answers. Man, this has been something else this game. I don't want this to end.
He was ice cold with that shot, wasn't he? He just cool as a cucumber.
Rudolph. Oh, touch. Again, he knows that Sean Clark isn't going to get up and block his shot. He's a bigger man,
Yep.
but he's ground bound at this point of his career.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
he's just taking advantage. Lawton. Oh!
My goodness. Jonathan Lawton. He's putting on a show. He's got a bit of head wobble about him too now, just quietly, and rightfully so.
He's throwing the moves out there. Davidson couldn't quite get it over the lip, but he draws the free throws.
Yeah.
I should have brought my thesaurus with me. I'm running out of superlatives for this. This has been an incredible game of ball.
Stupendous, I think, is probably one we haven't used yet, but probably should more. Jack Davidson.
That's a good word.
Yes.
Davidson rattles home the first, ties it at 101. Jake Lloyd going to check in. Surely not for Jack Davidson. Maybe for Ty
Surely
Rudolph, protect the fourth foul. No, it's for Cody.
Max Cody, yeah.
I have a feeling, Faz, that Cody passing up that open three in the quarter maybe just made Coach Sunderland think, okay, he's a bit spooked.
Yep.
Let's just get him out. Let's
Yeah.
protect him from himself.
And it was good that he. Oh my goodness, Matt Roberts.
Shot making in this game.
The cream has risen to the top, hasn't it? In the fourth quarter and overtime.
And Davidson too easy again. Clark, he's too immobile. They're bringing his man up to the pick every single time.
Yeah. For mine, I'd get Clark out of the game. I don't think you really need him rebounding wise.
Daggett. Oh, he actually misses one. And that looked great out of the hands.
It did, didn't it? That probably looked as good as any of them.
But again, it's Rudolph who comes up, brings Clark with him. Davidson can't hit. Daggett with the board. Oh, he's almost lost it. Cleans it up. Now Sealy the other way.
Nice pass.
And Clark does his job at the other end. 105-104. Ringwood leading Ballarat in what has been a ridiculous game of basketball. Zogly wanting someone to come to him. Ends up shoveling it to Thosby.
Oh, this is a broken offense.
Rudolph. Wow.
Bailed out by
He
Ty
has
Rudolph.
been clutch. Capital C clutch.
Holy
in overtime.
moly.
Series of big screens, 6 points. Oh, Robert. Oh, Davidson backed away for a moment. Daggett. Oh, in and out again. Sean Clark does well. Sealy picks it up. Rudolph somehow got a piece of that. That would have been his fifth if he didn't.
Oh, how he did.
Travel on Daggett.
My
Fumbled
goodness.
the ball. Oh, and again, it's just
Wow.
every time we think this game's done everything, something else comes up. This is
The game just said, hold my beer. I'm about to do something else. Oh, my goodness. He just bobbled the ball on the catch, didn't he?
Oh, that's unlucky.
Oh.
That is the sort of call that doesn't deserve two shots. That's just good defense from Jack Barry there. That's a shame.
Yeah, I didn't really get a good look at it, but I didn't think he did much wrong.
No, and Davidson initiated
Much as
the
it pains
contact.
me to
Barry
say.
picked which way he was going.
Yeah.
That's just straight out good D from Jack Barry. He's a little unfortunate with that one.
And
Davidson stretches the lead out to 2.
Yeah, I know. That's a big lead in the context of this game, isn't it? Wow. This is a huge lead. Make
No
it
problem
3.
with either. 2:08 to play in the first OT period.
This
and
is
I
the
am going to
biggest-
call it the
the
first
first,
period of
yeah,
OT.
exactly.
I just have an inkling.
It's the biggest lead of overtime.
Great pass, great pass.
Oh.
And smart fake from Clark as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, he and Lloyd, little high five. Lloyd fouled him hard, but Clark knew that it's the play that Jake Lloyd had to make there. Can't let him get the layup.
I think somebody must have told Sean Clark that he got fouled hard then, because he hardly felt it.
He's played for that long. He knows when people fall off him, they probably tried to foul him hard.
Yep. Oh, the crowd's come to life here now.
Clark,
they want cheeseburgers.
Now, Clark is under 50% from the line this season.
Yikes. Oh, they can feel the free cheeseburgers coming on.
All things being equal, he should make this
Don't
one.
let the children down, Sean.
Our table here is shaking.
Oh,
One
no
for
sense
two.
of theatre.
No, I think he's got lots of sense of theatre. That point's good for this game. Oh, that's a
Great
brick
screen.
of a screen from
Yep.
Pizzoglou. Davidson White. Oh, he could have had the shot. That would have been the dagger as well. Good D from Clark. Oh, wow. Rudolph bounced
Great
off
D
him
from
again.
Clark.
Thoseby, catch, shoot. No good. Oh,
Well, that's a push
Ty
off
Rudolph,
there,
yeah, just straight out, 2 hands in the back, and that's 5 fouls on Ty Rudolph. So that'll bring Amos Brooks into the game. Big man, young big man against veteran big man now.
Yeah,
We
look.
always talk about the immovable object in the irresistible
yeah,
force.
exactly.
What happens when you get 2 immovable objects?
Well, I think it's
Nothing?
no.
I suppose, yeah.
I think they cancel each other out like a positive and a negative.
The interesting thing, though, and I'd actually forgotten about this in the rush of calling Ty Rudolph's 5th foul, that does send Clark to the line, and a sub 50% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
He makes both. It's a tied game with 1:35 to play.
I'm on the Sean Clark train here. He'll make them both.
He rattles home the first. It didn't want to drop.
He doesn't feel pressure.
Oh, he's
Man's
seen
been
a fair
around for
bit.
a while.
He's seen a fair bit.
Yeah.
Been a good player for a long time, Sean Clark. Oh, he's got them both.
Cash.
He's got them both. And you think about that against Max Cody missing 4. 3 of 4 against none of 4. That's the game at the moment.
Exactly.
108 apiece, 126 to play. Davidson Pizzoglu's got a little lane. He takes it, lays it in.
Great finish.
110, 108, 120 on the clock.
Tell you what, Amos Brooks needs to be ready here because Sean Clark is paying him no attention on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah.
Sends Matt Roberts to the line.
That's not a great foul to give up. He doesn't need to overplay that hard on that.
No, that's one of those. I mean, look,
You got to show.
you don't want him. Yeah, you got to show. You don't want to let him get past you, but you don't need to show aggressively and foul.
Exactly.
So 75% free throw shooter in season 2023 in NBL 1 South is Matt Roberts.
He'll tie the game up, I reckon, here.
He's had a little bit of time in the NBL with Cams.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
he's missed it. Back iron.
And the crowd are excited here in Ballarat. Holy Moses. Think of the children, Matt.
I tell you what, no, I want this to drop. I want to be calling a triple OT on this. Oh, he's missed them both. And Pizzoglu the other way.
Oh, my
Missed them
goodness.
both. Out of all the guys we've talked about at the free throw line, he's the one you would have expected to make both.
Absolutely.
And certainly not to miss both.
Holy Moses. What happened there?
Shot clock in single digits. Pizzoglu, he's travelled.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he stepped out of
court.
bounds.
Yes.
And he put Kyle Daggett's on skates then too. He'd beaten him. Whew. NBL 1 basketball, eh? What a game.
There's a long way to go in this story, I reckon.
What a game. Barry, he's got Davidson on his back.
Oh,
Daggett does well to recover it. Pizzoglu and Lloyd conspire to get it back for Ballarat.
that wasn't a great pass.
35 seconds to play. Ballarat with a 2-point lead.
Oh.
Turned over again.
Jonathan
Lawton did
Lawton.
well. Chance to tie or take the lead.
Lawton was begging for the ball then.
Oh,
and now he's got it.
Pizzoglu's
for
overplayed
three.
it. He hits it. Jonathan Lawton, Pizzoglu overplayed it. Lawton, ice cold. Jonathan Lawton
My
hands
goodness.
another clutch three.
Wow.
Oh, Please, basketball gods, I'm praying to you. Give us 10 more minutes of this.
Jonathan
This has been
Lawton.
incredible, this game.
He's been off the hook in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Oh, my.
All game, really.
The
wow.
clutch play.
Yeah.
End of the fourth. End of OT.
I've got to apologise to Jonathan Lawton. I criticised him early in the game for trying to break his man down, but
he just got his misses out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Far out.
He has been exceptional tonight. Absolutely exceptional. And he's done it hard at both ends.
Yeah.
He's played hard defence at one end, then he goes and works his backside off at the other end, and he's done it for the entire game. He's played 44 minutes and 40 seconds.
And he's the guy who has spent probably more time, and again, we don't have this stat in front of us, but he's probably spent more time on Jack Davidson, who is a perpetual motion machine, than any other Ringwood Hawk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, same 5 for both sides here. Tell you what, Pizzoglu, he's bigger than Lawton. He doesn't have to overplay it. He can make Lawton shoot over him. He overplayed going for the steal. It's cost his team the lead. Brooks will look for Davidson. Ends up finding Thosby. Shot clock at 8. Thosby, great defense, Jack Barry. He's going to try and run it out, is he? Pizzoglu, he's fouled him. It's not on the shot, but it'll be 2 free throws anyway. Jack Barry to the line, 60% free throw shooter.
I'm not sure Jack Barry knew what he was doing in the end.
No, he sort of thought, I'll run it out. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will.
He was in two minds, and then both of them collided.
But, I mean, look, he takes the... he takes the fast break. Even if he hits the 2 here, he takes the fast break layup.
Yeah.
It's a 3-point game. And, for the Ringwood fans watching at home who didn't see it, Jack Davidson hit a 35-foot 3 to win the game at Kilsyth last week.
Exactly.
So, drops 2 here, and Sunderland's going to let him play. Ball has to go to Davidson.
They know the play, don't they? There it is.
Davidson can't make it. Thosby, he's got to get it out. Pizzoglu to tie. It's off the board. No, it's missed.
Oh, no.
Ringwood oh my goodness, what a game of basketball. This house is flat right now, but I tell you what, when the Ballarat people get home here, they're going to reflect and go, that was one of the best games of basketball that I will see in the flesh with my own 2 eyes.
Correct.
113 Ringwood, 110 Ballarat in OT. And man, just clutch play after clutch play after clutch play. I'm stunned. That is one of the most remarkable games of basketball that I think I've ever seen.
That is exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. That game had everything. Absolutely everything. It had team jumped out early. The other team pegged them back. We went blow for blow from there on in. We had dunks. We had threes. We had M1s. We had controversy. We had everything.
And on, admittedly very rarely, we even had defense.
Yes, yes. I mean, we've spoken all game about Jonathan Lawton's defense. For 3 quarters of that game was elite. And then for the other quarter of the game, it was really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
wow.
I don't even know where to go talking about the end of this game. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Look, we'll go through the stats. I'll go through the stats to give you a chance to compose your thoughts, Faz, but Kyle Daggett didn't score for the last probably 10 minutes of the game, but 34 and 9, 5 assists, a couple of blocks, 4 long-range shots. Jonathan Lawton, 29 points, including a pair of clutch threes, 1 at the end of the fourth, 1 at the end of OT, 6 assists, a couple of steals. Matt Roberts, 21 points, 5 threes. Sean Clark just quietly 11 and 7 in 30 minutes as well. For Ballarat, Jack Davidson, after scoring 3 points in the first quarter, 3 points in the first 26 minutes of the game, ended up with 32 and 8 assists. Cody had 15, Thosby had 15. Ty Rudolph, him fouling out may have been the turning point in this match because he had Sean Clark on toast. He ended up with 23 and 10. Pizzoglu, who couldn't hit that 3 at the end, 9 points, 13 boards, a couple of steals. Faz, what do you say? I'm out of words.
What do you say? Ballarat snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
And equally, Ringwood snatched
victory from the jaws of defeat. Take a bow, Ringwood Hawks. They came in here a little undermanned tonight and just stuck with it. They went down 17-0 at the start of the game. Hung in there. And look what happened. They get back to this. Send it into overtime where it looked like they were gone. And then in overtime, looked like they were gone again.
I'll tell you what, look, I mean, we've said it, but that is... Seriously, everyone who's watching this, go home, or when you get home and watch it, again, just enjoy what you've seen here. Ringwood people, watch it again tomorrow.
Yep.
Watch it again Sunday.
Yep.
I don't know whether Ringwood's playing on Sunday, to be honest, but watch it again. That was just...
That was an exceptional game of basketball.
Hell, that was amazing. And look, there is a point that we've got to make here for, because we're getting close to NBL 1 finals. Ringwood aren't going to make it.
No.
Ballarat are on the outside looking in, but realistically needed to win 3 of their last 4 games.
Yep.
They've got Eltham on Saturday, Diamond Valley, 4 of their last 5, I should say. 3 of 5. My apologies. I'll get there eventually. They need to win 3 of 5 to give themselves a good chance. They would have circled this game against Ringwood at home against the 13th place side on the table and said, this is one of our chances, particularly once Matt Fennell and Adrian Sturt weren't suiting up. So now Ballarat realistically need to win 3 of 4. They've got a really tough Eltham side here at Selkirk Stadium on Sunday. They've got Diamond Valley away. They've got Geelong away. Diamond Valley at home, and Geelong away next weekend. And then Bendigo away to finish.
Yep.
This was the game that Ballarat, if they'd won this, you could sit there and say, okay, we've given ourselves a really good shot here. We've got to take care of business. Now, the Miners' backs are against the wall.
Yeah. And that if Ballarat miss finals this year, they'll look back on this game in particular, because it's late in the season as well, and go, that's the one that cost us.
Could very well. Look,
wow.
We need to wrap up here just so that you and I can take a breath, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Kyle, I've got Kyle Daggett on the mind.
I know.
So I'm clearly, telegraphing who my player of the game is going to be. But Mark Farrell, who's your player of the game?
Jonathan Lawton.
Yeah, clutch plays.
Clutch plays in his defence all game, and I need to apologise in advance for Kyle Daggett. 34 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. You played an exceptional game. You're the second best Kyle in the building after Kyle Slack. But my man Jonathan Lawton, absolutely clutch.
Yeah,
he's my player of the game.
I'm splitting hairs, but I am going to go with Kyle Daggett. Simply put, he was the man that put Lawton in the chance to make the clutch play, to make the heroic play.
Yep.
But either way, I mean, there's no wrong answer between those two.
Absolutely agree. So I'd be more than happy for Kyle Daggett to be player of the game too.
I tell you what, there might be some extra ambulances running around Ringwood tonight because there'll be some cardiac arrests.
Oh my goodness!
In and around the outer east, northeast suburbs of Melbourne. But that was an astonishing game of basketball.
Yeah, and a great win to Ringwood too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So we'll wrap up from Selkirk Stadium here. For Mark Farrell, I'm Jared Prosser. We'll be back with you on Sunday for the matinee games. The women start at 12, the men at 2 between Eltham and Ballarat. We'll see you at Selkirk Stadium then.